Hello, I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. I have been spending a few weeks here on Midgard. I faked my death in what you Midgardians call Avengers Infinity War. Yes, I faked my death again. Thanos didn't actually snap my neck, which I'm very thankful for, and I've just been hiding out here in this lovely suburban home, doing my own thing. Made a few friends along the way, but they've all turned to dust for some reason. I don't know why, but who cares? I'm better off alone anyway. You may be wondering what I am doing in this lovely Midgardian bathroom. Well, I'll tell you. I've spent some time on YouTube recently, and I've noticed there is this longing for a certain type of video called a makeup tutorial. And I thought, I'm a gorgeous Asgardian with naturally radiant skin and luscious long hair. I could do a makeup tutorial, even though those two things I just mentioned have nothing to do with makeup. I'm just great at everything I do, so, I can do makeup. I found it in this Midgardian home that I've been staying in. It's not my home, but, who cares? The people that were living here also turned to dust, which is why I'm currently living here. But who cares about them? This is about me. Look at me, I'm Loki. Okay, now let's see. I shall put my phone down real quick while I get all the necessary supplies, because I do not have what you Midgardians call a tripod. I have none of that. So I will be right back. Toodaloo. Alright, step 1. Primer. This is Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base Primer. It's supposed to be really kind of sticky and stuff, so it keeps your makeup on really well, which is something I need in this Texas heat and humidity. It is always making my makeup run off and transfer too easily, and I don't like that. So that's why we're using this primer. So you just squeeze a dot of this on to your finger, just a little dot, you don't want too much. So a little dot, then rub it between your hands, and then rub it all over your face. It's lovely. Alright. After you put on your primer, if you have terrible acne like I totally don't, you'll want to put on some lovely concealer on before the foundation to give yourself some lovely extra coverage. Then you put on the foundation and then more concealer on after that. Or if you don't have concealer, you put on the foundation, and then in areas where you need extra coverage, you just add a little more foundation in that area. Alright? The concealer I use is this NARS, Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the color Light 2 or Vanilla. It matches my skin quite perfectly, and it has an insane amount of coverage. It's like wearing foundation, except it's concealer. It's amazing. So yeah, let me just set this down. Hello. So, look at this lovely angle. This is totally amazing, and you would totally see this kind of angle in a film. Good thing this isn't a film, or for any kind of filmmaking class. So, what I do first is I get. So, the kind of brush I use for applying the concealer is this BH Cosmetics 120 brush. I take the brush and I dip it into the concealer. As you can see, I've already used quite a lot of it. So yes, I shall set you down once again. This is an even worse angle, but there's the concealer, there's the brush, and then I dip it. I dip it into one of those holes that I've created, and then I apply it to my acne that I totally don't have, because I have perfect Asgardian skin. Ha ha ha. But this is like all fake, because, as I just said a few seconds ago, perfect skin. but I know you Asgardians often break out like the peasants you are, so let me just show you how to apply this makeup concealer stuff. Alright, so yeah, you blend it. You blend it in like so. It looks better in real life than what you're seeing right now in this horrible video. I mean, wonderful video, it's wonderful. And then I like to take a beauty blender, and then I will blend it out even more with that. And you can still see the acne, but it's not as bad as it looks when you have nothing covering it. See, now it just looks like flesh-colored bumps instead of red-colored bumps on your face. Haha, fun times here. Alright, after you've applied your concealer, then you move on to your foundation. Now, you can also just skip to the whole foundation thing if you don't need that extra layer of coverage, but I do. Just kidding, I actually don't. Like I said a million times before, I have perfect skin, no acne whatsoever. Just you Midgardians have acne, which is why I'm showing you how to cover acne, even though the ones I have on the breakouts I have on my face are totally fake. So anyway, foundation. What I've been using-ish recently is the Makeup Forever Professional Paris Matte Velvet Skin Fond de Teint Haute Couvrance, or Full Coverage Foundation 24-hour. Depending on the foundation you use, you can either use a brush, a beauty blender, or anything really. But for this foundation in particular, I like using this new kind of beauty blender. It's not a sponge, it's like this gross gelatinous thing covered in plastic, and it's lovely. I think it spreads the Makeup Forever foundation really well across my face, and it makes it look nice. And then I might go over with a sponge beauty blender to really get it into the skin. But I first apply it with this. So, what you do, you take the foundation after you shake it up a bit, and then you put a little drop onto your hand, and then you take your beauty blender, and then take a little dab, and then you put it on your face, like that. And you just kind of spread it out, and yeah, tapping, not rubbing. It's a tap. You want to tap the foundation on. You don't want to do any kind of rubbing, because that makes it look not as great, I guess. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I'm Loki, I know everything. My brother Thor will say otherwise. He'll say, "Oh, Loki, you don't know what you're talking about. You're my stupid little brother. You idiot. You stabbed me when I was 7 with a sword after I thought you were just a cute snake. How dare you do that to me, Loki? I still have a scar from where you stabbed me, Loki. Why do you have to be such an awful brother, Loki? I don't know, Thor. Why do you have to be such an amazing brother who's incredibly handsome and has wonderful hair? Why do you have to get all the girls? Why can't I get any of the girls? I don't know. Why does father love you so much? I don't know." I need a moment. Alright, I cooled off and I finished applying the rest of my foundation, as well as added the second layer of concealer. Love that concealer. Really conceals. Because it's concealer, that's what it's supposed to do, okay? Okay? After you've applied your foundation and your concealer, what I like to do is move on to my eyebrows. Now recently, while I was cleaning up my eyebrows, I actually ended up over plucking them. So they looked too thin, and because of that, I had to let them grow out. And they're still growing, and they look terrible. So yeah, I will be showing you close-ups of how I fill in my eyebrows, but it's gonna look bad because they're going to be little hairs all over the place, and it's terrible, and I hate it because it's making me not look as pretty as I usually do. And Loki is always supposed to look pretty.
Stop it. Get some help.
What I use for my eyebrows is the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Shape and Fill. Triangular tip, mechanical pencil, crayon mécanique, un but triangulaire. I speak French, ladies. It comes with a little brushy brush there, and it comes with, obviously, the crayon thingamajiggy. So, that's what we're gonna use. Okay, what I first like to do is brush through my eyebrows with the little spoolie brush. I believe that's what you Megarians call it, a spoolie. Then after I brush it, I like to just kind of lightly brush through the eyebrows. And I like to just like fill everything in and make it quite dark. Now later we're going to use some brow gel. It's the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. We're going to use that on our brows later, not yet. After that we can just put on some lipstick, the eyebrow gel and go, or we can put on eyeshadow and make us look even better than we already look. Although you'll never look as good as me because I'm Loki of Asgard, and I'm burdened with great looks and a dashing smile. The next thing we're going to do to complete this face stuff is put on some bronzer. Now I usually use this NARS bronzer, which is lovely, but I recently got this Too Faced bronzer, which I'm going to use today. It's quite lovely. It's the Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. So I use this with this brush. You just like so. What you do is you just put it right there on your little, and on your cheeks. It's not on your cheek, it's like in the middle. Like it's like this is your jawline, this is your cheekbone, you put it in the middle to make it look like you have high cheekbones even though your face is fat and small. Just kidding. Your face is lovely. Every woman, every man in the world is beautiful, and you should be comfortable in the skin you're in. You're lovely and I love you. Loki loves you. You can quote me on that. We'll blend that out later. I'm gonna do the other cheek and then we'll go back to blending. Okay, so I have the bronzer on both cheeks and I've already started to blend it out. Now you can blend it with the brush you use for the bronzer, or you can use a large fluffy brush, which I will use after I blend this out as best as I can with this brush. And there we go, look at that, I look so dashing. Also, you don't just put bronzer here, you put it on your forehead as well, which is what I will be doing, even though I originally forgot about this part. See, even Loki makes mistakes sometimes, though it's very rare. I almost never make mistakes, it's just sometimes I do, and I put too much on that side, but it's okay, we'll blend it out. And if I have to get more bronzer, I will, and I think I do, so I will be right back and do that. Alright, so I applied bronzer to my forehead and my temples a bit too, and my hair is getting in the way, but that's fine. If I add a little bronzer to my hair, I'll still look absolutely amazing and better than most of you, even though you're still beautiful. Don't forget that. You're still amazing and lovely, but I'm just better than you because I'm Loki. Anyway, again, just like with the cheekbones and whatever, you can use the big fluffy brush to blend this all out, and it does a great job. And the bronzer adds a lot of color to the face, which is lovely, especially for us pale folk like myself. You can also put some down here on your jawline and also on your nose, which makes your nose look better and smaller and stuff. And again, just go over with the big fluffy brush, and there we go, we've added our bronzer. So you can add blush at this point, but I don't wear blush because I don't need blush. You can also add some highlighter, which I will be doing. I will be using the Essence Prismatic Rainbow Glow Highlighter in honor of the Bifrost. Ooh! I love the Bifrost. Ooh! And I love rainbows and this highlighter. So this is the highlighter, and I will be using this lovely brush. I'll be using that on this highlighter. Now, essentially what you do is you just rub it a along all the colors, and then you apply it to your face. You apply it here, up all the way here, in a nice sweeping motion. You tap it a bit, and then you go over it with the big fluffy brush. And yeah, blend it in like that. So I'll be starting on my lips next. I will be wearing the Tarte Lippy Lingerie lipstick crayon. It's what you Midgardians call it, crayon, in the color Enticing, because I love being enticing and mischievous, since I am the god of mischief. So yes, you just put on the lipstick, and yeah, I can't teach you how to put on lipstick, okay? You just put it on, alright? So after you put on your lipstick, you can put on some eyeshadow if you please, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need it. I look amazing without it. In fact, I look amazing without any of this makeup too, because like I said in the beginning of this video, I have perfect Asgardian skin and perfect Asgardian hair. Nothing Jotun about this, alright? I'm not a frost giant, alright? I'm not some monster parents tell their children about at night, okay? How dare you accuse me of that, you mortal? You mewling quim! How dare you! After that, you just set your makeup with setting powder, and then you add the brow gel to your brows, and yeah, then you're good to go. So, that was my lovely Loki makeup tutorial. That's what I'm calling it now. Lovely Loki makeup tutorials. That's this thing. That's what I'm calling it. It's wonderful because I'm Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with a glorious purpose. Glorious, absolutely glorious. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. What is it that you Midgardians say? Smash that like button and subscribe and like turn on the bell. Click on the bell, and so you get notifications whenever I upload a video to YouTube. All right. And I will see you all in the next makeup tutorial that I do, which I will do because I'm Loki and I love making myself look better than I already look, which is kind of impossible, but somehow I do it because I'm Loki and I'm amazing and I'm perfect at everything I do. All right, never forget that.